Okay, so now we are doing the next reading from the Word of the Buddha, and we were at the Arahat, or the Holy One. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing Arahat correctly, okay, but that's what it looks like. And for a disciple, thus read, in whose heart dwells peace, there is nothing to be added to what has been done, and not more remains for him to do. Just as a rock of one solid mass remains unshaken by the wind, even so neither forms, nor sounds, nor odors, nor tastes, nor contacts of any kind, neither the desired nor the undesired, can cause such a one to waver. Steadfast is his mind, gained is deliverance. And he who has considered all the contrasts of on this earth, and is no more disturbed by anything whatever in the world, the peaceful one, freed from rage, from sorrow, and from longing, he has passed beyond birth and decay. And again, remembering that anger, rage, hatred, those things do not produce freedom and peace and nibbana. Okay? Now the next part says, the immutable. Truly there is a realm where there is neither the solid nor the fluid, neither heat nor motion, neither this world nor any other world, neither sun nor moon. This I call neither arising nor passing away, neither standing still nor being born nor dying. There is neither foothold nor development nor any basis. This is the end of suffering. There is an unborn, unoriginated, uncreated, unformed. If there were not this unborn, this unoriginated, this uncreated, this unformed escape from the world of the born, the originated, the created, the formed, okay, so the way it's here, that says it here, kind of sounds convoluted. So I'm trying to go back and make sure we say this correctly. If there were not this place, so this place, unborn, unoriginated, oh, I see what it's saying. So I was actually the one that was reading it wrong. It says it correctly. It's just a very long sentence with a complex structure. So if there was not this unborn, unoriginated, the uncreated, unformed escape from the world, the originated, created, and the formed would not be possible. That's what it was. Okay, yeah. So, but since there is an unborn, unoriginated, uncreated, unformed, therefore is escape possible from the world of the born, the originated, the created, and the formed. One of the things that, I used to think about when I first became a Buddhist was, if this is true, right? If Buddhism is true, and when we reach Nibbana, we stop reincarnating. It ends rebirth, so we're not reborn into a physical body in this physical realm ever again, because we have surpassed that. So, when you get to that point and you think, okay, but there's a middle. It says, the middle path. Think annihilation is not true, and eternalism is not true. So living forever with a physical mind, and that makes perfect sense because this body goes into the dirt, this brain goes to mush, and if you try to think of the fact of, like, let's say a resurrection, okay, logically speaking, so it's like if you resurrect this body, this body's going to be bones at some point, and even those bones are going to go into dust at some point. Okay, completely annihilated. So are you going to take those same chemicals back out of the dirt and reform it, or are you going to form a completely new body? Put my soul into that body. How does that work? But thinking about it from the terms of Buddhism, it's like there is no resurrection. This body is, it goes into the dirt, and that's because it's eliminated, it's completely gone. But then the opposite of saying that I, whatever there is of me, am completely annihilated is also not true. So eternalism, just living forever in a body like this with neurons, these bodies are dependent on certain factors. They're subject to decay, and so it couldn't be forever. Okay, and the Earth itself is going to blow up eventually. The sun's going to blow up. And even if you were to find a way to get away from the Earth and explore other planets and continue a society on different planets with different star systems, eventually those planets are going to explode, those stars are going to explode. Eventually, in this universe, life would eventually just not be possible, even if that is billions or even trillions of years in the future. So it is something that is eventually going to happen where the physical realm is just not going to be there for us. But at the same time, you say, well, annihilation is not true either. Where are we going to be? And that's what this is saying or talking about, is that there is this other realm. It's not a physical realm with created things like, cars and brains and arms and legs and houses and sofas and tables and all the things of stars and planets and all those things. It's not going to be a place like that. It's not a physical realm. We don't go into non-existence, but we don't exist in the same way anymore. We have surpassed this form of existence and will pass into another form of existence. Our brains will not work with neurons, or we won't really even have a brain. Okay. So whatever there is of us that is us, it will exist on a completely different plane than what we exist now. Really, really hard to perceive what that could be like. And that's essentially what Buddhism teaches. It's really almost incomprehensible for us. But that uncreated, unformed, unoriginated realm is if that did not exist, the physical realm would not be possible. And so this realm is in a sense a manifestation of that other realm. And once we surpass and get to Nibbana, and we surpass the necessity for this realm, we move on to that realm and we no longer have to experience rebirth. What does all that mean? It is not something that I can tell you that I truly, truly understand. At the deepest level of me, of my core, I don't understand it. I'm saying it to the best of my ability, the way I do understand it, or how I understand it, but I don't understand it completely. I don't understand it thoroughly. I'm sure if I did understand it, I would have reached Nibbana already. So maybe that's part of the issue, as anybody who has not reached Nibbana does not completely comprehend it yet. So once you reach Nibbana, maybe that's when you'll comprehend it completely. It's just something that I know more or less vaguely that's the direction we're moving in. So hopefully I do understand it one day. Hopefully I do reach Nibbana one day. But that's essentially the way I do understand it. I just don't completely have a firm understanding of it.